And hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. Now, before we start, you've obviously seen that I've made myself a new introduction, and this is all basically down to Mr. Ian Hulley, and he sent me this 1960s mood board, and on the back it had Crapo's next DIECAST renovations, which you saw at the beginning, and he suggested that I try and make a new introduction, so that's what I've been trying to do. It's taken me ages. I've done 7 or 8 different introductions and sort of scrubbed them all, and I just couldn't get it right. And with my camera, the mood board that Ian sent me, it's done in portrait mode, and I couldn't get it. You know, if I came in, zoomed in so it would fit in the whole of the picture, like there was only part of the board showing, and you know, it looks stupid if I zoomed out. And with the app I use, I had a hell of a job because I wanted to superimpose things over the top. And anyway, I've been messing about for sort of over a week with it, and finally this is what I sort of managed to do. And I wanted to bring in a bit of my accordion playing with it as well, so as you've seen, I've put some of the models I've done, the restorations I've done, I've managed to put those over the top. And my accordion, I couldn't play the clip exactly as I sort of played it, if you like. I had to, you know, just playing the video on its own with me playing the accordion, I couldn't sort of fade in and fade out with the app I use. So I've had to try and, you know, I've converted the sound from that video into MP3, and I've had to sort of put the sound in over the top of the video and try and get it in the right place from where I started playing on the keyboard. So it's very slightly out of sync, but that's the reason why it's like that, is because I've had a job to do what I wanted to do with the app I use. And I've looked for other apps on the, you know, I've gone in the apps thing, and I just can't find a better one. I've loaded some, and I've installed some on my computer, and I've uninstalled them again because they've been blinking rubbish, to be honest. And the app that I seem to have seems to be the best one that I can find at the moment to be using with my camera. You know, I don't record with my phone. I don't use it for filming because I find the picture, you don't get a full-size picture, and I've tried different apps on there as well for, you know, editing and all that, and I still don't find it's as good as the camera I've got. So basically I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. So I hope you do enjoy the introduction, and that you don't find it's too long. And you know, my special thanks to Mr. Ian Hulley for taking the time to make this board and send it to me all free of charge. You know, it's really great, so thanks very much, Ian, for that. Thanks, mate, that's really great. Right, so before we start as well, I'd like to thank everybody, all my subscribers, new and old. Thank everybody for you know, their comments and advice, as usual. You know, there's a lot of advice I've had that I've taken note of, and I'm putting to good use. Some advice, you know, people have said things that I've sort of already done, and I'm thinking, why are they saying that? And you know, other advice is, or other things people have said is just sort of, I don't understand sometimes. Some of it doesn't make sense to me, but anyway, you know, so thanks everybody anyway, and for the advice that I think is good, that I'll use, then I take note. Well, I take note of it all, but if I think it's good and I'm going to use it, then I'll use it. And yeah, there's been a lot of good advice, so thanks very much everybody for that, and keep all the comments coming. Right, so without any more hold-ups, it's time for this week's video, and this week it's going to be a Cresent toys Fordson Dexta and trailer. Now I had one of these when I was a kid. I bought in our local market. There's like different shops in our local market, and this one I used to buy toys when I was a kid. Corgi, Britain's, Dinky Toys, they used to sell all that. It's only a small shop, but they used to have a lot of stuff. And I bought one of these model Fordson Dexters in there. It'd been in the window for ages and I couldn't afford it, and I kept looking every time I went to town on my way home from school. I kept looking, and I wanted this tractor because Britain's didn't seem to make one like that, Fordson Dexta. And you know, in the end I did some hours on the harvester digging spuds for my dad in my holidays, and I ended up with enough money to buy it. I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't much in those days, but it used to, you know, to me it was a hell of a lot of money. But anyway, I bought it and I didn't really play with it at all because I wanted to keep it. But I never got a box with it because it was in the window, and there should have been a figure on it, and I never got that either. And basically I must have just bought what was in the window. So unfortunately, you know, if I would have had a box and a figure, then it would have still been there today, because like I say, I kept that. You know, I really wanted to keep that and I looked after it. Anyway, so this one I've got now, that it's in the video today, I bought on eBay, and I had to buy it in two separate lots. The trailer was separate and the tractor was separate. And I wanted to make it more like the real Dexta. And when I was farming, I had 5 Dexters at one time, and I've gradually sold them all. And then when I gave up farming, I kept the last one I had, and it was actually one that was given to me. My ex-boss, when I left off driving the haulage and went into farming, my ex-boss was phoned up. He had skip wagons as well, and he was asked to go and dump this tractor, take it to the scrapyard, and he said to the driver, he said, take that round to the next place, because I'm sure he can do something with his tractor. And sure enough, unfortunately, when they picked it up with a skip wagon, they put the chains around it and they bent the steering wheel and bent the tank. But anyway, I had some spares for these, so I did it up, and you know, I've been on the tractor runs and that with it. It's got a bit tatty now because I used it on the farm and that, so it could do with another repaint now. But anyway, so I wanted this one to be more like the real tractor, so that's the way I've done it. And I have bought a couple more on eBay since, and there were different variations through the different years of this Fordson Dexta, different colour schemes and that. So that's what I want to do. I want to do the different colour schemes with another couple of these models. But anyway, this one I've done, you know, I've made my own decals, and I've made them more like the real thing. So as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy the video, see how I got on with this one. Okay, let's take a closer look at this one. It's one I bought on eBay not so long ago, and it's in really good nick, really. There's nothing broken on it. I think one of the mud guards is slightly twisted. The axles are both, well, that one's bent. The front one is okay actually. Yeah, the steering is there. Normally the steerings are broken. It actually steers nicely. Now I did buy one of these when I was, I can't remember how old I was a teenager I think when I bought it. It was in that little shop in our local market that I did mention in one of my other videos, Red Triangle. Used to sell all the Corgi and Dinky and Britain's toys when I was a kid. And I remember, you know, I used to go into town after school with my bike, and I'd look in there what toys they had in the window, and they had one of these and the little four-wheel trailer to go behind it, and I kept looking at it, and I didn't have enough money, and I kept looking at it, and every time I went to town it was still there, and I thought I really want that. And see, I didn't really get pocket money when I was a kid, so any money I had was either birthday money or Christmas money, and also working on the farm. I mean, I got a brother and two sisters, and we all had to work on the farm from when we were very small. And you know, if I wanted something, then I would say to my dad sometimes, I want this, or I want to get that, and he'd sort of pay me to go on the potato harvest. You know, he'd pay me my hours so I could have the money for what I wanted to buy. So anyway, eventually I had enough money, and I went in and I bought this tractor. I've still got it, it's in good nick. I'll show it at the end of this video with this one. And yeah, I went in and I bought it, but unfortunately this model had been in the window, and there was no box with it, so I just had it as it was. So anyway, I never really played with it. It you know, it was more to have, because you didn't see any other model makers making a little Fordson Dexta. It's quite a nice model, just the transfers are gone, but I'm not going to put the same back because they weren't really that colour, so I'll try and put them more authentic. And there's a few sort of things I will paint it blue, but I'm not going to paint everything blue, you know. I'll try and go by what I remember of mine, you know, like the steering wheel would be black and the battery would be black, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'll just probably take the wheels off this and leave the rest whole. I don't see any point in drilling any rivets out. Well, there's like there and there. I don't see any point. There's one there as well. I don't see any point in trying to split it in half. It's, you know, the two sides, they go together like that. I really don't see any point in doing that. It's just extra work for nothing. So this should be a nice easy restoration. So I'll just take the wheels off and then straighten what needs straightening, and then we'll give it a nice little paint up. Okay, wheels off then. Okie doke, so I'm going to get these wheels off, and I'll use this piece on the Dremel again. So here we go. That's it. Yes. So that's the back wheels. Ooh, it's a bit bent, look, like a banana. Right, okay, so that can go in the washing machine. It's very slightly bent, that mudguard, but I don't think it's too bad to straighten it. That's pretty much it. Right, get these front wheels off now. Oh, I can't take the safety glasses off, I can't see. Okay, so this is the easier side to undo. Oopsie. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but it's not it to get it through the metal part of the axle. Have to take a bit more off, but obviously it's easier now. The wheel's off. I didn't want to damage the plastic wheel before. Almost. I mean, the less taken off, really the better. Oh, that's it. Lovely jubbly. Jobbed. I've got all the bits of metal stuck to me. Okay then, so that's that. So I think I'll just, drop the rest of that straight into the caustic soda as it is, because I think that's the way I'll paint it, as it is. Okie dokie. Right. Catch you in a bit. Right. Boiling water in. Oops. That's it on the floor. Okay, in with the caustic soda. Oh, doesn't do to stand over the steam. Stings your eyes. Well, she's bubbling away nice there. Bits of paint coming off already. Let's just hope it's only the paint that's dissolving. It's coming off, look. Right, well I'm going to leave this a little bit longer and then obviously take it out, wash it, fresh water, or a bit of fairy liquid I usually use, and give it a scrub, and then do it with the old wire wheel and maybe some wire wool. That's it all cleaned up wire brushed. I filed a lot of the casting lines, and I filed a little bit on the front because I want to try and make the badge that goes on the front, but that was too rounded, and if I do it with a transfer decal, it wouldn't really stick on, so I filed a bit off of that and a bit on the front axle there as well. It's not a great quality sort of casting, really. There's quite a bit of marks pitting in it, but I don't want to file anymore, so I don't want to end up breaking it. So okay, so I might just try and spray blue. I'm going to try without primer. That'll be a first for me, but I need to have a go, so I'll try it with this one. Okay, I'm going to go out and do that now. Right, that's it all painted up. I've given it several, I think 3 or 4 coats anyway, and then the lacquer. I'm going to do the steering wheel black, and I've got to do the detailing, do the battery black, and I'm in the process of trying to resize some stickers for it, or not stickers but decals, transfers. Okay. Right, I'm just polishing the axles with a bit of alcohol. I did them a bit with some fine wet and dry first to get the rust off. So that looks alright now. That's that one. And this one done, so I've got the wheel there, so put the wheel on. That's what I'm going to do next anyway, put the wheels back on this tractor. And what I did, I printed a few off on decal paper. I got them off a photograph of a real tractor. So that's the badge that goes on the nose cone, and upside down. Fordson Dexta, that usually goes on the side of the bonnet, just on this bit up here, because usually this part from here to there, that is a removable bonnet. It bolts that side and it flaps up that side. There's usually 2 chrome handles there. This piece here is the fuel tank, the diesel tank, and that bit there is just the nose cone that covers the radiator, or the front grille, and all the grills come out, and this sort of front nose cone unbolts off. So there's a lot of detail, you know, in the engine and everything, but these little bits here, that they lack in detail a bit. It's a shame. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And then the front, it's a photograph of the front of one, the grills. I'm doing this one orange. The orange grills and the orange wheels were usually the earlier Dexters. The later Dexters were sort of the white front grills, or off-white, sort of grey white and grey white wheels, and some of them had the grey mudguards as well, the later ones. So there were different variations. So anyway, I decided to do this with the orange grills like the ones I had. Okay, so we're going to put the wheels on next. Right. Right, I think I'll try and pin that over with my punch and the drill. It's not playing out that great, to be honest. Right, well my well, not idea, but the way I was going to pin the axle over didn't work. I don't know what these axles are made of, but instead of them flattening out, it's just grinding the top off it all the time, rather than, you know, even when it gets hot it's not splaying it out, it's just grinding it off. So it's different kind of axle than like Dinky and Corgi toys obviously use. So it's not pinning out at all. So I've had to use some 5-second fix. I've just put it on the centre of the wheel, just to put one wheel fixed to the axle. It's not going to make any difference. It still turns really well. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to do the same with the front. Unless I haven't, you know, taken so much off. It might be still tight on the wheel, but I don't think so. Anyway, here we go. We shall see. I'll put it through the same way as the back ones. Try to. Quite tight through there. It's quite tight through the wheel, but I don't think it's tight enough. I know they flop around a bit anyway because of the wear in them. But I think I will put some 5-second fix on this one too. I must get some more of that. Oh, it keeps rolling over. My glasses case there. Right, okay, so that'll do that, I think. Here we go. I suppose I could have made some new axles, but I don't really know what to make them out of, because it's quite a heavy model, and I think if you use like these axle kits I've got for the Dinky toys, I don't think they'll be hard enough. They're very soft. So I think this is probably my best option. Okay. Right, put the next one in. Right, here goes the other one. Not too bad. Not too bad, not quite both the same, but almost. Okay, so that's that one. Now, since I started this tractor, when I bought mine years ago in the toy shop when I was a kid, it had a trailer with it, and I've managed to get a trailer on eBay, but it hasn't come yet. So what I'll do when it comes, I'll do it as well, and it'll be part of this restoration. Right, so this is the tractor and trailer I bought when I was a kid, and it had, like I said before, it had no box with it. Now, whilst I've been doing the other tractor, I've been looking on eBay and I've managed to get a trailer as well, like this one, which is the one that goes with it. So this trailer, it hasn't come yet, and I know by the photographs that it's got no tailboard and front board, whatever, so it hasn't got one of these or two of these. So I thought I'd have a go at making some, as I've got this trailer as a template. So oops, hang on, there's the old hay ladders. Well, we call them hay ladders here in Jersey. Is it hay raves or something they call them in England? I'm not sure, but we've always called them hay ladders. I've been brought up to call them hay ladders. My grandfather and my father, so maybe it's that depends where you come from as to what you call them. But anyway, this yellow plastic again that I've used on several occasions, luckily I've still got some left. I thought, okay, I'll cut a square out, or a rectangle out, and then I've got some of these wooden stirring sticks from Costa Coffee, and I've cut them lengthways. I've cut some in half, and I've cut some others in 3 or 4 bits, so they're thin slithers. So the wider bits I'm going to stick, you know, to make this kind of pattern on. And this one I've done. I've got to paint it. So that's what I've done. And using all these sticks and that. So it fits in there. I might have to sand a bit down. It's slightly cockeyed. I might have to sand a bit down on the edge yet. So I'm going to paint that with a darker yellow and make another one, and hopefully that should do. Hopefully. That's the plan anyway. So when the other trailer comes, I'll have all these bits ready made. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to make these hay ladders, or hay raves, or whatever you call them. Like I said before, I call them hay ladders. So what I've done, I've got these stirrers, and I've glued 3 together to make them thicker. And I've cut these pieces, one shorter one, and I need on this one there's 4 of these, but because I'm using thicker woods I only put 3 on, so I need to cut one more. That sticker's broken, so I'm just going to cut another one. I'll round the ends I cut to match the other ends. Right, so that's 3 I've got, and the short one. So then I'm going to cut this to length, 2 lengths of that, same length as these uprights here, and then I'll have to file the ends down to fit in the holes on the trailer. There's some square holes that they go into. So I'm gonna round these off and then cut these to size, and we'll glue all the bits together. Right, I started making it. There we glue in there. I've made one and I'm just trying to get this one exactly the same, but it's not easy. Right. Oh, cobblers. I should have put this one first. It's alright. And then one more. There's not too bad. Better just try it. Yep, that's fine. Perfect. I'll leave that dry and then I'll give it a coat of yellow paint. That's the other one I made. So that's turned out alright. Right. Okie dokie. Right, so the postman came today. When I got home from work, this was waiting for me. So that's the trailer I've been waiting for to go with this Fordson Dexta. And just take a quick look. There's a slight little dent in it there. But, you know, there's nothing much. It's not bad really. All that's wrong with it is slightly bent tow bar, which is nothing. Soon straighten that out, excuse me. And that's it, just a bit of paint loss. So we'll go ahead, get the wheels off, undo that little clip there to take the steering part off, and then we'll chuck it in the old caustic soda and try and get on with this one quickly so that I can finish this video. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okay, that's the trailer dismantled. I'm going to chuck it in the caustic soda now. I won't show it because I've already showed the tractor being done, so the video will be too long otherwise. Okay, so we'll see it when it's all been stripped of paint and I've wire wheeled it. Yeah, when I've wire wheeled it and cleaned it all. Right, that's it all cleaned up, ready for painting. So I'm going to go out and do that. It's a lovely hot day here. It's been 33 degrees today, so lovely and warm. Okay, catch you in a bit. Right, so that's all painted up. I didn't use any primer like the tractor, I just put the colour straight on and it seems to have done okay. Right, so first of all I'll put the old steering carriage on. If I can, not going to be that easy. These clips are bloody hard to put on. Oh, hell. I think that's on. I need to paint that clip because the clip was painted, but I didn't want to paint it before I put it on. So that's on anyway. So right, these axles, hopefully they'll be tight enough to hold the wheels on. Right, got to put that one in between there. I might put a blob of 5 second fix on it again. There we go. I don't want to try and pin that over again because the axle's the same as the tractor. The old light. I must get some more of this stuff. I'm getting a bit low. Okie dokie, now for the next one. Actually, I'll put it through this one first. That's tight enough. That won't need gluing or pinning over or whatever. It'll be fine. It's tight enough. Okay, so that's it, finished. Another one saved from the scrapyard. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have and you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe, push the like button, and before we go we'll take a look at it on the turntable, how it was and how it is now, and I'll do a few outdoor shots. So until this time next week, when I hope you'll join me again for another restoration video, it's goodbye from me. Take care, ta-ra, see you next week.